Hi. My name is Cassity. I'm a volunteer for Hospice Simcoe, and I came to hang out with you today to read a story, because that's what we're going to do. So today, When Dinosaurs Die, it's a guide to understanding death. So, might be a little sad, but we're okay, we're in. It's by Laura, Krasny Brown, and Mark Brown. Okay, here we go. Look at this. All right. What does alive mean? Every single living being has a beginning, a time to be alive, and then an ending, or death. During your lifetime, your body is busy doing its work. You breathe, move, eat, see, hear, touch, taste, smell, grow, talk, play, think, and feel. Yippee! You are alive and part of the world. Gosh, you're doing a lot of stuff, aren't you? All right, here we go. Why does someone die? Dying is a part of life for every living thing. Death happens for different reasons. Someone may die after a long illness, so everyone knew he or she was going to die. Other times, it's a complete surprise. A life can be very long or very short. Even someone just born may not be strong or healthy enough to stay alive. Others may die from being hurt in an accident. Even when the doctors and nurses do everything possible to help, some accident victims just do not recover. Whew, that's a mess, isn't it? Okay. Sometimes lives are lost violently, such as when someone kills someone else. It may be in a war, or for reasons that are very hard to understand, such as poverty, prejudice, and drug abuse. Someone may even be so upset and without hope about his problems that he kills himself. This is called suicide. All kinds of death make people sad. Most of us live long, healthy lives. A child, a mother, or a father usually lives until he or she is very old. What does dead mean? When someone dies, their body stops working. The heart stops beating and breathing stops. The brain doesn't send or receive messages. They no longer can see, hear, touch, taste, smell, eat, play, feel, or even think. They cannot move. Someone dead may look asleep, but he or she isn't sleeping. They cannot wake up. Feelings about death. When someone you care about dies, you may have all kinds of feelings. It may be hard to believe that the dead relative or friend won't be around anymore. See this guy here? He's like, oh no, it's not true. Grandma's not dead. And this girl, she is. You may have a hard time getting to sleep or have strange dreams or nightmares for a while. Whoa, that would suck, wouldn't it? Losing someone who's special to you is very hard to understand. You may feel so sad and lonely that it hurts. These feelings are not always easy to talk about, but it sure helps if you can. It can be very scary when someone close to you dies. You might wonder about how your life will change. She's asking her adult there if they can keep the house, and the adult's saying, yeah, it's okay, don't worry. You might worry whether you are going to die, or if someone else you love will die. Things you weren't afraid before may scare you now. That's crazy, these feelings that we get, isn't it? It's very natural to feel angry when you miss someone so much. Some days you may push away the very hugs you need. There are lots of ways to let out mad feelings without getting in trouble. Ooh, you don't want to get in trouble. Here, they've got a suggestion. They say try running or riding your bike. You can swim or play basketball, do some skating or soccer or baseball. You can punch a pillow, that's kind of fun. You can do some drawing, that's really fun. And talking to friends, that's nice too. You may even want some alone time just to hang out by yourself. And to be near those that you love best. You can do some cuddling and some crying, that's okay. When someone you love dies, there's no right or wrong way to feel. Yeah, you can't help that, you just feel what you feel. Okay, among friends. When someone in your family dies, your life is likely to be different, but you hope your friends will treat you the same way they did before. So this is the teacher, and she's saying, what can we do to help Norasaurus back to school? And everybody's like, make her cards, or we could say that we're sorry, and we could hug her, and some don't know what to do, and this girl's saying we could still be her friend. It may be hard for your friends to know what to do or say to help you feel better. Saying goodbye. Everyone has to decide how to say goodbye when someone important to him or her dies. This special time is to show your love and respect. Friends and family will want to help you honor the life of your friend. A funeral is a special ceremony for someone who has just died. Their hamster died. Harriet was her name. They're going to take her all the way to the funeral. Keeping customs. There are many special ways of doing things to help us say goodbye to someone who has died. Some families burn incense and bow low in front of the grave. Others sing and pray together at the grave. Part of their circle is left open in honor of the dead one's spirit. Still other families spend several days sitting in mourning by sitting Shiva. They sit on a simple wooden bench and light a candle every day. Some families have the coffin buried underground. Others choose cremation. Many families continue to honor the dead as long after they have died. They may say prayers or prepare special offerings. What comes after death? Some things about death and dying are very hard to understand, even for grown-ups. No one can know for sure what comes after death, but almost everyone has some opinion about it. This one here, they say my family thinks Mom's soul is with God, but I'm not sure. My mom says that Dad lives in our hearts and memories. My science teacher says dead animals and plants never go to waste, they just get recycled. Life runs in a circular pattern. We are born, we go through life, and we die. Then we are born again, but from a different form. Everybody thinks different things, and that's okay. If you have questions about it, you can ask your family or your religious leader. It's confusing, isn't it? Ways to remember someone. Even when someone you love dies, you don't lose them completely. You still have your memories. The person can always be a part of you. There are many, many things you can do to remember someone. You can make a scrapbook about them. You can play the game, I Remember When, with your family and friends. You can look at their photograph. You can visit their grave. You can write a poem about them, or you can keep practicing something they taught you. You can name a pet or a doll or a stuffed animal after them. You can include them in your drawings. You can have a picnic to celebrate their birthday. You can plant a tree in their honor. You can make a new friend that reminds you of them. You can joke about funny things you remember about them doing. You can say a prayer. Isn't it fun to be alive? It's so good. And you can plant a tree. At other times, you may be busy, having fun, making friends, learning something new. This is not forgetting the one you love. It just means that you're doing other things. Hooray for life. Look at that, guys. We did that. Now listen, I bet you if you're in the room with your adults and they're talking about somebody that have died, you might hear some words that you don't understand. And so our dinosaur book has given us some words so I can explain them to you. So here we go. Starting with A, autopsy. So an autopsy, it says, is a careful medical study of a dead body to find out what caused their death. Here, cemetery. A cemetery is a place for burying the dead. It's also called a graveyard. A coffin. It's a box which a dead body is buried or cremated. A corpse is a dead body, usually that of a human being. Cremation is the burning to ashes of a dead body. Funeral. That is a gathering, often religious, held in honor of the dead at the time of burial or cremation. A grave is the hole dug in the ground to hold a coffin, usually covered over and marked by a gravestone or other marker, and that grave goes in the cemetery. Hearse. It's a special car or other vehicle used to carry the coffin. So here we go. Coffin goes in the hearse drives to the cemetery, they put them in the grave. Memorial service. That is a gathering held at any time to honor and remember someone who has died. Mourn. It's to feel or express sadness or grief for a death or other loss. So that's when you're feeling sad and all that stuff, that's when you're mourning. Next of kin. That is the closest living relative. So your closest living relative. Wake. A watch over a dead body before burial or a viewing. Widow. The wife of a person who has died, and a widower is the husband of a person who has died. And lastly here, a will. It is the written directions for what is to become of someone's personal property after death. And the person that has died has done that before they have died. So there you go, guys. Thank you for sitting here and reading a story with me. I know it's not the best of subjects, but I certainly hope that the dinosaurs have helped you out a little bit. We're going to do a craft now, and let's go do some fun. Okay, all right, look, here we are at the table of wonder. And I thought that today we would plant a seed because you know, when death happens, life does as well. So I think that we're always so sad because of what's going on in your world, that maybe we should make something that's going to be fantastic and grow, and you can watch it grow and it'll be fantastic. So what you're going to need is your vessel here for the dirt. What do they call these? Pots, right? Pot, right? Some water for your seed. You need some seeds. And today I got my seeds for free from bringbackthebees.ca. And this is from Honey Nut Cheerios, and they send these to you in the mail so you can plant some sunflowers and attract the bees. So that's what we're going to do today here. So you need some dirt. See, dirt's fun. So, but before we do this, I thought that I would throw some stickers, because I love stickers, onto my pot here. So I brought some. They're a real big Halloween lure. So look, I got some eyeballs and some teeth. So you can just decorate your stuff here however you want, because it's your plant. And I betcha that the more fun that your pot is, the more happy that your plant's gonna be. Wouldn't you be? I certainly would be. Look, I got some Mickey Mouse going on over here. Let's hope that they stay. Oh, and I got some witches, because I like Halloween, so I got some witches. So let's put one. Oh, that's a princess. Silly me, what am I thinking? Yeah, you go on there. All right, and some kitty cats, because every plant should be protected by some black cats. Righto. Okay, look it. So I've decorated my bowl here, kinda. Oh, wait. Gotta have a pumpkin. Holy smoly. Where will we put that? Oh, right there. That's good. The pumpkin. And, oh, I got some hearts. Oh, that's a wayward one. Look. Let's put a heart right down here. All right, so once, see, you have your pot all decorated, you're going to take your dirt and you're going to pour it in your pot. Like that. And you know it's going to make a mess, because that's just what dirt does, and that's okay, because whatever. It'll be all right. Your grown-up will clean it up for you. No problem. All right, so then you put your dirt in the pot like that. You pat it down a little bit, and then you stick your finger, because it's good, so you put it right in the hole, right there. Bonk, 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 right in the middle. Bonk, 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 bonk. Right up. And then you open up your seeds, or take your seeds out of the container, however you get your seeds. They might not be like this. And whatever, you can grow whatever you want. You can grow some tomatoes. You can grow some, oh, look at all, look, you can't see those all. There's a whole bunch of them. I'm only going to put in 2, because that's probably even risky. You can grow lettuce, you can grow flowers, you can grow whatever you want, doesn't matter. Today, I'm growing sunflowers, because, oh, they're my favorite flower. So, poke your finger in the dirt. See, make a hole in your dirt. And then you're going to put your seeds in the hole. Okay, little seeds, thank you very much for coming into our hole. And then you're going to cover them up, boop, 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 like that. And then you're going to take some of your water. This is a good time. You're going to have a drink. Because you're thirsty from doing all the talking that you're doing, because you're little and you talk a lot. Then you pour it over your, look at that. You pour it over your dirt. And that's going to wet your little seeds. And then eventually they're going to grow. Now, you have to do this. You have to, every day, check on our friend here. And if it's dry, you got to give it a little bit of water and put it in a sunny spot, because that's your job. And hopefully, your little seed will be like, oh gosh, it's so good here, and I'm going to grow and I'm going to be big. And then when it gets big, you're going to take your sunflower and you're going to put it in your garden, and you're going to let it grow, and then the bees will love you, and you will have a beautiful sunflower, and you'll feel awesome, right? Don't you think so? I think so. Okay, so good luck with your sunflowers or your lettuce or whatever you grow, and hopefully I'll see you again soon. Thank you. Thank you.